After watching this video of this man dog out a dark-skinned child for 3 minutes straight, I can literally tell you that cis hetero black men are the weakest link in the black community. Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on. What's going on, y'all? Y'all have seen the video. A lot of folks have talked about it. Recently, there's this video that has gone viral of this rapper, this battle rapper by the name of Georgio something. I'm not going to give too much. He is from Atlanta, Georgia, from what I'm seeing, and he now lives in Detroit. There is this video, and I don't know how old it is. It seems like it might be a little old, but not that much. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's a couple years old. I think it has resurfaced. And in this video, you have this battle rapper. His name is Georgio. He is Georgio Casper. He is dogging this guy out in this battle rap.
Let's get personal. Look at your daughter and look at my daughter.
Okay. Oh.
No, for real. Look at your daughter and look at my daughter. Yeah, look at our baby mamas. Your baby mama black. My baby mama strapped, light skin, cute as shit. Your baby mama's this. That means pop. You're a rapper. Your daughter's features gonna be ludicrous. Now when I tell you this, I'm not trying to hate, but every time I put up a picture on Facebook of my daughter, she get like 500 likes. Every time you put up a picture of your daughter, she only get 8.
And I don't mind like dogging out and doing that and whatever. I think battle rap is essential. I think it's good. I think it's good hip hop or whatever. But to hear this black man who's dark skinned, who has locks like me, continuously drag this man's dark skinned child and praises his light skinned child lets us know that colorism is a real thing. And I just did a whole joint video with the folks over at Grapevine. Shout out to them. Shout out to Ashley, the producer. Shout out to Donovan. Shout out to Aisha. Shout out to Uchechi. And also shout out to Dr. Donna and the other 2 women who were on there as well, talking about their experiences of being biracial and lighter skin. But that video was good, and we talked about Black as Fuck. We talked about the show, and we got into a conversation about colorism. And of course, Jimmy had some, I guess, conservative things to say about light-skinned women and all that.
And I have never had problems in white spaces because I had experience growing up in a, completely white environment. Like it's just, I from when I was a kid, because of the schools I went to. Like I was in the suburbs of Massachusetts.
I mean, so have I, honestly. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not even gonna front. Like if my name wasn't Aisha and you couldn't see me and I told you my life story, you would probably think I was a white woman. But yet I still deal with racism just about every single day of my life. So I don't know if it's so much about you having a social agility versus a space being made for you, and particularly more so a space made for you as a man than more so for me. So that's the first thing. 2, the idea that there's a cabal of black men coming together to discuss how do we oppress darker skinned women and then, and endorse white, fair skinned women is, to a certain extent, sometimes, Jimmy, I adore you, but I think you gaslight sometimes.
Girl, it was just a mess. It was just a complete mess. So, like, I hope that Jimmy sees this. I hope that Jimmy over there doing whatever with his light-skinned girlfriend, I hope that he is out here watching this video of how cis hetero black men feel about dark-skinned children. This ain't no joke. This is not something that somebody has made up. This is real life stuff. We've seen it. We know it. We know dark-skinned women feel the blunt of colorism like no other group. We know that. Research has shown that. You had a video of a dark-skinned child understanding what colorism is at a young age, like she's probably 6 or 7 years old, and thinking that she is ugly. Why does she think she's ugly? How's a child that young breaking down and describing how she feels as a dark-skinned child at that very young age? What is going on? What is going on? Like, and this is why I don't want to hear certain people say, well, I experienced colorism as a light-skinned person. You don't. You experience racism. You don't experience, it's not no reverse racism type of stuff. Get that out of your head. You experience racism. colorism is a byproduct of racism. It doesn't go up. There's no upward mobility with colorism. It doesn't affect light-skinned folks. Yes, you being bullied, you being what's name for being light-skinned. These dark-skinned folks ain't bullying you and saying you ain't black just because they've been doing it because folks have been telling they black and they need to stay out the sun. So if we want to fix the problem, we have to start at the source. So when we see in this video, this man is praising himself for having a light-skinned baby and it's dark-skinned. What does that mean? And all the people around him laughing at a child, and not even just being dark-skinned, desirability, fat phobia, all of that even jumped into this conversation too, because even when he was describing this child growing up, he said that her breasts will hang, they will sag, as if nobody, like, girl, my breasts sagging. Everybody's breasts sag when they get older. What is your problem? What type of pedo shit was that? Like, what type of stuff was that for you to say that? Like, you done raised this child up 20 years and talking about how she gonna be doing all of this. It's not even just the misogyny. Not even just that. Like, he basically described how a lot of dark-skinned black men feel about their own blackness. That is your blackness, your dark skin, that is a part of your blackness. And he doesn't even like it, and he doesn't want to pass on that to his offspring, unless it's probably a male. Unless it's probably a male. You just sit here and disrespected this child at an early age. And now everybody out here wants to sit here and hold this man accountable when he should have been held accountable right then in this moment. And the reason why I say black cis hetero men are the weakest link, because right there at that moment, that should have been stopped. That was no longer battle rap. That was something else, and it was dangerous. Someone should have intervened and stopped that. But that man felt empowered to continue to not only disrespect that child, but to disrespect dark-skinned women and women, period. To disrespect black women. And I guarantee you his mother is black and dark-skinned. He did that once he dropped a little bit of it, and he saw the response, and he saw people start laughing, then he continued on more. So we know that's a problem. And you think it's just the dark skin, it's also features too, which is why I brought up how people looked at Portia's child versus Kenya's child. When I talked about the featurism stuff, and folks say, oh, no, the baby do look like Dennis, da-da-da-da. You know what we talking about. Stop gaslighting folks and saying that. You know exactly what you mean by saying that child looks like Dennis. Dennis is a very attractive black man. He's very handsome. But you know what some folks are saying about him. Y'all know what y'all saying. Y'all be saying babies and stuff like that. It's the same way you say that Blue Ivy looks like Jay-Z. But you were just joking and saying that Jay-Z look like Joe the Camel. Now you sitting here saying, like, you know what you're saying. You know what you're saying. We get it. But y'all want to gaslight us and make it seem like that, or we making it something out of nothing. I know exactly what you mean by saying that. And there's nothing wrong with the child looking like the father. It's nothing wrong with Kenya's child looking like the father too, but we know what y'all trying to say. It's the tone of what y'all saying. And you're not going to sit here and tell me that it's not a real thing, because we can see it. We can see how y'all respond to this looking baby versus this looking baby. We're not stupid. We're not stupid. We've seen it. So we have evidence now. We've been having evidence. Black women have been saying this. They've been sounding off and saying this. We see how a black man feels about a child, a dark-skinned child, like literally just kept saying all of these ugly things and assuming that she was going to be fat eventually because she is dark. All of the things that are ugly will be, attributed to a dark-skinned person. So when I talk about colorism, I'm also talking about how it works on fat black women. So I'm not just talking about colorism for just dark-skinned thin women, but how it even treats dark-skinned black fat women. What do you think they experience too? What do you think? And we see it now. We see it on TV. We see it in the media. And we want to say, oh, it's not a real thing, it's not going on. We see it. So this is why so many folks have issues with seeing all these shows with mixed looking people, light-skinned folks, biracial looking kids, because we don't see it. We know how y'all feel. And this is why we're tired of Kenya Barris and his light-skin-omatic universe. This is why we calling it out. Because we know how y'all feel about dark skin and when it's on dark skinned women. We know how y'all feel about it. I know how y'all feel about when it's on dark skinned fat bodies. I know that. I see it. I experience it. Like you say all of these things, like this man literally said all of these things about a child, and people sat there and said absolutely nothing. When I watched it, my heart hurt. I seen people talking about it when it first started making its waves, and I did not watch it to today. People inboxed me and sent it to me so many times that it has started to affect my mental health. I couldn't even watch the whole video. I watched 2 minutes, probably less than 2 minutes, and that was enough. I couldn't watch 2 minutes and 40 seconds, 3 minutes. I could not stand to listen to a black man degrade a black dark-skinned child. I can't. And this is the world that we are living in. This is everyday things. If you think he's the only person, you got the game messed up. He's not the only person that feels like that. That's why I talked about featurism, and other creators on YouTube have talked about featurism too. That it's just not the skin, it's also how we look at blackness and how we look at it on children. That's why we don't see too many, children with big lips and big noses and big these features that are prominent on black folks. And we just don't like it. We just don't like it. Like, white supremacy has done a number on us. Colonization has done a number on us. And we can't keep pretending like this is not a real thing. We can't keep shoving our heads in the sand and acting like, oh no, it's not. It's very real. I'm very hurt by seeing that this child will one day see this video. This child and this already dark-skinned girls right now seeing this and feeling some type of way, to the point that folks are coming on SZA right now because she posted something on her Snap or her Instagram, and it looked like that she was probably taking some pills that had a side effect of making your skin lighter or whatever. Like, there's conversations about that. And sometimes I really don't even blame black women, and I really don't even want to say that it's self-hate for them, because who is making them doing it? They're just not doing it just because they want to. It's coming from somewhere. There's a reason why dark-skinned women want to lighten their skin. There's a reason why they want to bleach their skin. It's a reason why. They're look how they're being treated. And even when I watch this rapper's video, you go and watch the video, he has non-black women laying all up on him in videos. We've seen this before. We've seen this with y'all fave on Instagram, Tory Lanez, who pretended as if he saved some dark-skinned girl in a video because the producer wanted to swap her out and put a light skin. Come to find out, that was a whole lot. Like, Tory Lanez just did that just because he knew the currency that came with him protecting the black woman, that it would benefit, like a dark-skinned black woman. He knew that he would get some type of thing, like shit from it. He knew if he did that he'd be praised for just doing the little. And it's a reason, like, black women who out here talking about colorism, all that, girl, they don't get nothing but label but angry, bitter, upset, jealous, all of that. The same way I do when I talk about colorism in the gay community. Like, you're bitter, angry, upset, pressed, all of that. You fat, you lose some weight, it's the same thing. But if somebody else who is light-skinned, desirable to talk about this and have a whole conversation, oh my gosh, let's give them a pedal. It's a mess. Even the folks who experience it can't even have a conversation about it. That's how desirability, that's how colorism, that's how all that stuff works. That's how all of that works. Like, it's no surprise that we look on TV, we see a dark-skinned father and a light-skinned mother and biracial-looking kids. Keenan just released a snippet of his new show that's about to be on NBC, and him and his parents, like his child. I'm not excited about Keenan getting no show with no more biracial kids. I'm tired of seeing it. Take it how you want to, and I'm tired of seeing it. Unless Keenan got some more biracial kids or he got light-skinned kids, then it's okay. But it's like, how many other like producers or writers or shows are going to be written for light-skinned families and stuff, and how many more shows we going to get? When the only show that I can think of, I can only name certain of that have two dark-skinned parents. Come on now. Let's be serious. It doesn't surprise me. It is a thing. And we need to start calling out. We need to be holding folks accountable for this. And Tory Lanez didn't suffer any of that. Like, cancel culture didn't come to, like, he on here doing Instagram lives, the folks that forgot all about it. People forgot all about Tory Lanez over here perpetuating like he out here saving dark-skinned black women, and then the model reached out to me and said all that shit was a lie. And that's the reason why I don't want to see Tory Lanez and his hippity-hop teeth on my Instagram live. I don't trust him, and I ain't a fan of him. So what can we do? We can call it out, we can bring attention to it, we can talk about it, we can be very real and be honest about it. So when folks are out here talking about this stuff, it's not because they're bitter, they're upset, they're pressed. They're talking about real things, real issues, like real things. And that's disgusting. The whole video was disgusting and hurt my heart. If you have not seen it, I probably encourage you to check it out, just so you can see how black men feel about dark skin, how they feel about dark skin on women, how he praised, and a lot of folks probably had the same ideology when he was speaking there. They probably believed that same stuff, and they thought it was funny because they say stuff like that. They just don't talk about it. They don't talk about it publicly. But he just did, and he just dogged that man out. So I don't know what happened. So the rapper now has been experiencing some threats and stuff. He's changed his name on social media. He went on Facebook Live, and the girls were eating him up. I'm pretty sure he's shaking his boots. I'm pretty sure and he's a nice looking black man. He's handsome. I love his hair, but just to see how he feels about his own dark skin, it's just, he speaks to a lot of dark skinned men who think just like that. They don't like their blackness, and they don't want it on their girl children. They don't. So, and you have to think about that. Why are you so interested in what your offspring is going to look like when they go, like, why? We have to unpack that. Why are we so interested in our babies looking cute? And what is cute? What does that mean? I'm telling y'all, it's a whole conversation. And y'all are out here destroying black women before they even able to bring other black women in this world. Like, y'all are sitting here, like, it's just really disgusting. It's so much. I can go in 30, 40 minutes talking about this. Y'all tell me what y'all thought about the video. Let's sound off in the comments. Let's have a conversation. And I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.